Hi, I'm very happy to be with you today. Christophe Golay from the Geneva Academy. I've been working on the UN Declaration on the Rights of Peasants and other people working in rural areas since now more than 10 years. So today I will speak about the right to seats in this declaration. So the peasants, since 10,000 years, have always been free to use, reuse seeds, sell seeds, and exchange seeds with others to produce food. Okay, and since the 1950, 1960, these rights are threatened by the protection of intellectual property rights at for example, the World Trade Organization or the UNDROP convention. So, in response to that threat, there was a commitment to protect the right to seeds in international law. And the first instrument that is important is the is the FAO Plant Treaty. FAO is the UN Organization for Food and Agriculture. And in 2001, states adopted by unanimity the Plant Treaty, in which they recognize in its Article 9 the rights of farmers to seeds. Okay? The Plant Treaty is now recognized and ratified by many states. Okay, and so it's an important treaty. And the right to seeds has also been recognized in Article 19 of the UN Declaration on the Rights of Peasants, adopted in 2018. Okay? So that's in a more holistic way, let's say, that in the FAO Treaty of 2001. Okay? So that's why Article 19 is very important for us. So I will briefly present the declaration in Article 19. Then I will present some example of monitoring mechanism, and then I will present some of the applications that I have published with the Geneva Academy that you can use in your work. So in the declaration, the first article that is very important is Article 2.4 for our topic. Article 2.4 says that states should elaborate, interpret, and apply relevant international agreements and standards to which they are party in a manner consistent with their human rights obligations as applicable to peasants. Okay? So it means that states must interpret, elaborate, apply other international instruments, including those on intellectual property rights, in accordance with the rights of peasants to seeds and to food and many other human rights that are compulsory for states. Okay? So that's important. These instruments might be coherent in compliance with the right to seeds and the right to food. And then, if we want to know what the right to seeds mean, we go to Article 19 of the Declaration, which in its first article recognizes the different elements of the right to seeds that have been recognized in the FAO Plant Treaty. Okay, so we have the right to the protection of traditional knowledge, the right to equitably participate in sharing the benefits arising from the utilization of seeds, the right to participate in the making of decisions on matters related to seeds, the right to save, use, exchange, and sell farm saved seeds or propagating material. Okay, so that's very important elements of the right to seeds, already recognized in the Plant Treaty in 2001, but recognized again in this Article 19. Then 19.2 says that peasants have the right to maintain, control, protect, and develop their own seeds and traditional knowledge. It's also very important. It's also important to mention Article 19.6 that says that states should take appropriate measures to support peasant seed systems and promote the use of peasant seeds and agrarian diversity. Okay? So that's very important because in the last 50 to 60 years, states have always promoted commercial seeds, industrial seeds. Many of whom are protected by intellectual property rights, but not peasant seeds. So that's a very strong commitment they took in this declaration in Article 19.6 of the declaration to support peasant seed systems, promote the use of peasant seeds and agrarian diversity. Article 19.7 is about agricultural research and development that should integrate the needs of peasants and be done in active participation with peasants. Okay? And Article 19.8 is also very important because it says basically that the laws and policies at national, regional level should be written in compliance with the right to seed. So it says states should ensure that seed policies, plant variety protection, and other intellectual property rules, certification schemes, seed marketing laws respect and take into account the rights, needs, and the realities of peasants and other people working in rural areas. Okay, so when you adopt a law, a policy on this, you have to make it sure that it respects the right to seeds and the right to food of peasants. So that's extremely important. I will now give you 2 examples of monitoring mechanism. The first one at the national level is the UN Special Rapporteur on the right to food. He presented a report in March 2022 on the right to seeds and explained why the right to seeds is absolutely central to protect the right to food and biodiversity in the world. And then, so it's a mechanism that we can use, with whom we can work to promote the right to seeds at the international level. The other example is a decision at the national level by a Supreme Court of Honduras some years ago, which cancelled a law called the Monsanto Law because it was violating the right to food and the right to seeds of peasants. Okay? And the Supreme Court of Honduras quoted the UN Declaration on the right to peasants, and it also quoted the plant treaty, okay, in its reason. So that's very important because it reaffirms the primacy of human rights, the right to food, the right to seeds over intellectual property rights in its decision. Okay, so that could be replicated in many other countries. I end with a few information about the publications that we have. So we have one publication on the right to seeds and intellectual property rights, or another one on the right to seeds in Europe, a big one, and a summary. We also have a publication on the right to seeds in Africa, again a big one, and summaries. And then the last publication that we have is a publication with APREBES on implementing the International Plant Treaty in light of UNDROP, the UN Declaration on Rights of Peasants. So that's very important. It shows that you have to implement the plant treaty in reading Article 19 of the Declaration. And we have published that with my colleague, Karine Péchard from the Geneva Academy, but also Professor José Esquinas, and 2 former UN Special Rapporteur on the Right to Food professors, Hilal Elmer and Olivier Schutter, and the current UN Special Rapporteur on the Right to Food Professor Michael Fakri. So I hope that this presentation and the publications that are available in many languages in the website of the Academy and on Defending Peasants' Rights website that we have created with the La Via Campesina, CETIM, and FIAN will be useful in your work. Thank you very much.